What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Awesemo channel talking preseason DFS. It is week 3. The regular season is on the horizon, and we are going to give you a position by position look at tonight's slate, talk about where you need to be targeting in your preseason DFS lineups. But before we get started, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. We'll have live before locks, everything you need to break down these preseason games. So make sure to stick around. And let's get into this. At the quarterback position, we have a really interesting situation in week 3. Rosters were cut down to 80. Some of these teams let quarterbacks go, and other teams are just downright going to sit a lot of players. And that's what we have in Pittsburgh, where we're not going to see Ben Roethlisberger. We're also not going to see Mason Rudolph. Dwayne Haskins has played really well in camp so far, outside of one blip on the radar in the Hall of Fame game. And now there's just 2 quarterbacks in Pittsburgh. We're going to see Dwayne Haskins start the game, play at least a half, and potentially into the second half here as well, as he makes his case to be the backup quarterback. Right now, Mason Rudolph is still ahead, but this is going to be Dwayne Haskins' shot to get it done. Josh Dobbs will also play in the game, but we're mostly going to see him in mop-up duty, which should give Haskins a pretty good projection here. As you can see, he's up over 107 passing yards, about a half a touchdown with upside for more. You could see Haskins play as much as 3 quarters here. And there's a lot of other signal callers that are intriguing on the slate, but I don't think any have as clear of a path to playing time as Dwayne Haskins. So he is the top quarterback option on the slate right now for safety and security. Heading to the running back position, we go to another thin depth chart in Carolina, where we are going to see starters play, but Christian McCaffrey has been on ice all preseason as he recovers from numerous injuries. They also have injuries to Reggie Bonifant, Rodney Smith, Trenton Cannon, leaving just 3 healthy backs on the roster. And with the starters playing, Hubbard, rookie out of Oklahoma State, he's expected to be the backup, rushed for over 2,000 yards in 2019. He should see extended run in this game, played 28 and 21 snaps in back-to-back games to start the preseason. We have it projected for 4.5 drives, just over 75 rushing yards in extended time here, not only with the ones, but likely get some run when we see PJ Walker and Will Grier come into this game. Chuba Hubbard, good pass catcher as well. That's where he excelled in week 2. So he ends up being the top projected running back that we have on the board today. Wide receiver. There's a lot of really attractive options. There's easy stacks to make with Dwayne Haskins. Pittsburgh is very thin at wide receiver. But one camp battle in particular that is coming down to the wire is in Detroit, where we have a receiver in Tom Kennedy who's played really well so far this preseason. We're talking about a guy now that has had 36 and 42 snaps in back-to-back games. He's on the back end of the roster, and he's still battling for his job. So this is a guy that Detroit has already taken a long look at, and they project to do so again today as they decide whether they want to keep Kennedy on the roster. Projects for 2.5 receptions, 30.5 receiving yards, and we're not going to see Tyrell Williams. We're probably not going to see Khalif Raymond. Brashad Perriman's been banged up with injury. Already a thin depth chart. This should give Tom Kennedy and guys like Quintez Cephas, Geronimo Allison a lot of extra run tonight. And Kennedy's been so good so far this preseason. He's the player we'll mention here as the top receiver. Again, Pittsburgh, another really attractive situation with just thin receiving bodies. Cody White, somebody you could maybe look at there. But overall, those are the top 2 places to target receivers. And as we close this out, we have a really interesting situation in Kansas City at the tight end position. This needs to be stated. Andy Reid is not honest with his preseason playing time. Week 1, said the starters were going to play a quarter. They ended up playing about 4 snaps, give or take. Week 2, they're going to play a half. Patrick Mahomes and company play over 30 snaps. Andy Reid this week said Patrick Mahomes and the starters are going to play another half of football. Whether that is true or not, I'll leave you to decide. Your guess is as good as mine. But a lot is going to come down to how much these starters play. If Travis Kelce and company play a full half of football, they are going to be the top plays at every position. Patrick Mahomes would be the best quarterback. Travis Kelce, best tight end. Mecole Hardman, Tyreek Hill, whoever's active among the starters, they would be the best receivers. However, we've seen Andy Reid lie about this in the past. And if these players are out there for limited snaps, Noah Gray becomes an awesome tight end. I think at the very least, we see Noah Gray out on the field for 4 drives with potential for more if Kelce doesn't play. Even with Kelce playing 31 snaps in week 2, Noah Gray was still out there for 35, and he has now played 33 and 35 snaps in back-to-back games. So I think Noah Gray is a solid floor play at the tight end position, and he is upside for much, much more considering Travis Kelce may be limited. We just don't know. Now, Jody Fortson is another tight end to mention. He's more of a pure receiving threat, but he's not listed as a tight end on all platforms. Where you can find Jody Fortson listed as a tight end, he's also an excellent play. But that will do it for us today. If you want more information, make sure to check out the Awesemo preseason package. 1 week left, but we have write-ups, projections, depth chart updates, everything you need to dominate preseason DFS. And of course, before we head out, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know your favorite play, and always hit the thumbs up button. But that'll do it for me. I'm on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. Good luck to everybody tonight. We will see you again next time.